All of these changes are making the process of obtaining a Canadian passport a lot tougher, from language tests to higher fees, even a longer assessment period. CCTV's Kristaan has more now on the challenges of becoming Canadian.
Negin Sadro-Sadat moved to Canada from Iran with her family more than 6 years ago. She studied engineering at a Canadian university and hopes to qualify as an engineer, work and live in her adopted home.
I'm building a life, and I relied on the system to become an engineer, to become a useful resident and a citizen of my country and my society.
But Negin's future here is still uncertain. Her mother and brother became Canadian citizens, but her own application was flagged for further assessment, and she was asked to fill out a residency questionnaire. That was in 2012.
Even when I submitted my residency questionnaire, I did not predict I would be waiting for another 2 years to be checking my status every day.
Negin believes her nationality and a name change may be factors in the delay, but she also blames a change in immigration policy.
It seems like a total different system, different government, that at first everybody was responding. Those guidelines were really guidelines, and at least there were people answering you. But right now, nobody wants to take the responsibility.
Canada's government has just proposed changes to its pathway to citizenship, tripling the cost to apply and making the English and French language tests tougher. Applicants would also need to live in Canada for 4 years, up from today's 3-year requirement, and dual nationals could have their citizenship revoked if convicted of terrorism offences. Some immigration lawyers say the changes do address some valid concerns about the current process.
The general complaint over many years has been that people would spend the minimum required amount of time in Canada, obtain citizenship, and immediately leave the country.
While Parliament considers the changes, a backlog is forming as some applicants face extra scrutiny.
They came to this country because they felt that they were being treated equally. But then when they got the citizenship questionnaire, many people just questioned that maybe it's because of my background. Maybe it's because I'm from Middle East or from Asia or some specific country, because people from those backgrounds, they received the residency questionnaire more and they stuck in that backlog.
Negin is now one of more than 320,000 applicants stranded in a bureaucratic twilight zone with no exit in sight. Kristaan, CCTV, Toronto.